Hi everyone, I'm Angela Cruz with Smokey Designs and I'm back with another how-to video. This one involves our vinyl, our PatternPly vinyl. Now we have a vinyl option on every one of the full coverage patterns, so that's hundreds of patterns, and you can get it on this vinyl. Now I've talked before about the vinyl, and the most obvious, easiest way to use the vinyl is for something like a decal, but there's another really fun sort of trick that you can do, and it almost gives you the look. We've been asked about a rainbow core, and while we've worked on developing some things, nothing has worked the way we want it to yet. But here is a really great way to sort of get the effect of a rainbow core. And in fact, we have some samples that we've been bringing with us on the Smoke Fest stops, and I've had several people at different stops come to me and say, what is this? How does this rainbow core? How do I order this core? And it's the vinyl. So I'm gonna show you that technique. So let's go through all the tools and we'll go through how you would do this. So your first thing that you're gonna wanna do is you get your base material that you want. It could be the Eco product. So this here is the Eco White. It could be acrylic. It could be wood, it could be MDF. Whatever your base material is, the Ecos work great for this. So if you have any of those, and they've got all the different colors in that, you can find like a complementary pattern, they work great for this. So right now I have Eco White, and I have my piece of vinyl. Now it would be the full sheet. These are the normal 12 by 19, but these are cut just for demonstrating purposes. Now, this one actually does mount pretty good, a full sheet to a full sheet. Some of the other peel and stick products, it's a little bit difficult, and I recommend cutting a small area. But the best way to do this is to peel the vinyl off of the backer, and then what you're gonna do is mount that to the edge of your substrate. So you would just take it slow. The key with this is to take it slow. Then you'll use a tool like this. This is a squeegee, but the best part about the squeegee is it has this, like, I don't know what this is, felt, I don't know. It has a little cover on it that keeps you from scratching the material. So you just want to take this and make sure that you have good adhesion, as well as get out any bubbles. So you would do this and just slowly, you're not gonna wanna pull the whole sheet off at once. You're just gonna slowly work your way down and get this on there. The key word is slowly. Don't rush it, because then you're gonna get bubbles and things like that. So I'm going a little bit faster here than I would do in actual practice, but that's just because I don't want y'all to have to watch me for 20 minutes, because I do have a habit of talking. So here it is. So I've mounted it on there. Go over it, several times. Make sure that it's really on there. Even as quickly as I did this, I do not have any bubbles in this, so that's pretty good. So what you would do is put that on your piece of Eco White or wood or whatever. It looks really great on wood, but put that on there, and then you're gonna put this into your laser. You're gonna have two different settings that you're gonna wanna use. Your first setting is you're going to wanna cut the vinyl. And this is gonna make more sense once I show the finished product. You'll understand what I'm talking about with what type of design you wanna use for this. But you'll have your design. This is gonna be the big reveal. You will cut your design. You're gonna cut the vinyl first. So use your vinyl settings to just cut through the vinyl, but not cut through, in this case, the Eco White. Your second setting is going to be your outline, your shape. This is going to be the setting that if you have your Eco White setting, you would use that, for example, on this piece to cut that out. So right here, here's an example. If you can see, I don't think you're even going to be able to see this as much as I manipulate it in the light. There are actually cuts here that are just the vinyl cut. It's not a score, it's just your settings for cutting through vinyl. And then I used my Eco White cut setting to cut the circle. What you're then going to do is you'll use your weeding tools. If you don't have any of these, go to any craft store, go on Amazon, you can find them. And you're just gonna start on the edge and peel up that vinyl. Another little pro tip is if there is any char on this when you've cut it in your laser, just leave it in your laser once you open it up, spray the rainbow on a piece of paper towel, just on a paper towel, and wipe it off while it's still in your laser. It just makes it easier than having to juggle this thing and keeping it down. Just keep it in the laser, just wipe it off that way if there is any char. And then what you're gonna do is I've started this, and I'm going to then peel the vinyl off of this piece of Eco White. Are you ready for the big reveal? All right. So I'm peeling away. You can see, look, 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 look. Here's the surprise. So we had a design in here, and you can see this is why it's so important to make sure that your vinyl is really pressed down on the surface, because when you're peeling this off like this, you want to make sure that you had good adhesion. And you can certainly, after you've cut it in the laser, just go over it again with your little squeegee tool just to make sure everything is stuck on there. So look, I'm peeling this off. All right, and you can see we have Happy 4th of July. Now there's little bits here that then you can use either this tool to get started, you can use your tweezers, forceps, whatever you want to call it, to get the rest off. But you can see, get those little bits out. You just weed those away, so you know you can see that it's still in the happy and stuff. But you'll just weed those little pieces out, and it really gives you the look of like a rainbow core or a patterned core. Really a quick process. I think it gives beautiful results, and it's very difficult. Like I said, people were literally holding these examples at Smokefest and thought this was a core. This vinyl has such great adhesion to the products, and it's so thin anyway that it really looks like it's all just the same piece. How cool is that? You can do some really neat things with this. Think about just the circle here is making me think about the little baby milestone markers, things like that. Just think of all the fun patterns we have. This is just a different way to use them, to showcase them. It's driving me crazy, all the little bits that I still need to get out, but you can see the effect. This is just a really, really fun way to use the vinyl. And if you are joining us on the Smokefest tour, we have hundreds of sheets of vinyl coming with us for you to get at a discount and then give this process a try. If you've used this process before, put some pictures on the Facebook group, things like that. We'd love to see what you've made with it. So I hope that this is a fun tip. I hope this is something maybe you hadn't considered doing, and it's just really, really fun. So thank y'all so much for watching. Oh, and if you want to keep, you can certainly go back afterward and push these down if there's anything you need to as well. But you should be good to go. Thank y'all so much for watching.